Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
At least it will be useful for you too. Okay. Enums, interfaces, and abstract classes. So enums are basically short for enumerations, meaning specifically listed. An enum is a special class that represents a group of constants. Enum values are required to be valid identifiers. Enum values should use screaming snake case. By convention, this is a naming format. And the enum itself should be named with Pascal case-like
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
And to define one,
Mhm.
just do this.
Yeah. It's
So
like
you say
Screaming Snake is
enum and
just basically like all caps essentially.
yeah, and there aren't examples, but basically you put red underscore some other thing
Yeah.
if you wanted,
Hmm.
like light underscore red. Okay. Um, Uses for enums are they're basically lists of constants such as days of the week, employee names, colors, and then they give names to the constants to make the code more readable. The enum type has a values method which returns an array of all enum constants. We can use this method to loop through all of the elements in an enum using a for each loop. Here we can do for colors color, and we're gonna get the colors dot values array. We're gonna loop through that, and then
Hmm.
we're gonna print out each color. So we're just gonna
Yeah.
get these from here.
Hmm.
Uh, Enums inside a class. You can put enums inside a class, or you can put them in a separate file. Enum level, low, medium, high, and then they're just using the medium level uh, and printing it out. And then in a switch statement, you can you can just uh, you can just put if you have the type as an enum, you can just put the variable name here and go through the different cases and do whatever you want with the case. Okay, interfaces. An interface is used as a blueprint of behaviors for a class that is yet to be written. It is a mechanism for achieving abstraction, having only abstract methods, which are basically methods that are defined but have no implementation and variables. Interfaces help overcome the limitation of not being able to inherit multiple classes in Java by allowing us to implement multiple interfaces.
Your
Here we have an interface.
your screen share is
What?
buffering right now.
Wait, what?
Your screen share is buffering. Hold on. Maybe I can just uh yeah.
Let me change the stream.
Yeah. Username.
Did you fix it?
No, it's still buffering. Are you having the same issue, Janae? Mm. It says okay. Watch no. Still buffering. Okay, yeah, it's good. We're good.
Okay. Here we can define an interface. Is this public interface shape? Um, so it's a shape interface. And now we have a bunch of methods, which we are not going to write the method body of. We're not going to um, tell it what the execution is. That's for the subclasses to implement. So Yeah, it's just these. So in a shape, you have an area, perimeter, longest edge, for and other shapes like rectangles can implement the shape as we the shape interface as we will see. So here we have a
Mhm.
triangle that's trying to implement the shape interface. So it has its own private instance variables, and then it's having its own constructor. And now you can see that it implements each and every method that was from here. When you implement an interface, you have to implement every method and variable. So here we have a area, diagonal. Each of these things is different for each shape. So you're going to have that. So the class that implements the interface must provide an implementation for every abstract method defined in the interface being implemented. And we have an implementing the now this is
Mhm.
just a rectangle. This also implements
Yeah.
the alternatives.
Mhm.
So we have a default method and interfaces. They allow us to add new methods to an interface that are automatically available in the implementation. If we add more default methods in the interface, we don't have to worry about implementing them in subclasses. So basically, default methods are methods that you do implement directly in the vehicle. Because for each vehicle, like whether it be a car or a truck, it's going to be the same thing. You're gonna when it turns
Mhm.
on, you want to turn on. So
Yeah.
maybe when you want to say get brand, you can do that here as a default method because for each car or truck, the brand would be different. Um, Interfaces inheritance. Interfaces can extend other interfaces, like how classes can extend other classes. However, interfaces can extend multiple interfaces, whereas classes can only extend one other class. A class that implements a derived interface must implement all of the members of the derived interface, including all of the members of the derived interfaces based interfaces. Uh, we can just see that. So here we have an example of interface inheritance. We have an interface called animal, and it has a method public void eat, which we're not going to implement there. But here we have
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the,
It's buffering again, but I can just pull it up. Uh, oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
okay. So now we have another interface called mammal, which is going to extend animal, and we have a public void give birth. So for each, so this is so this interface mammal is extending this interface, and you can have another animal name, which can extend this interface, extend the mammal interface. So it's like a chain of inheritance. Um, Here we're implementing a derived interface class dog implements mammal. So that's just we're implementing this. And now we have to implement both eat and give birth because both of them are above us in the inheritance scale. In the what is this interface inheritance? So we have an eat method and a give. We have a relationship between interfaces and classes. For classes, we extend the class. For we can extend for a class, you can extend a class. For a class, you can implement an interface, and then for an interface, you can extend another interface. So those are the three types of things that can happen. And then we have abstract classes. Abstract classes are a type of restricted class that you can't create an object from. Uh, in these types of classes, constructor fields are still permitted. Unlike interfaces, you don't need abstract methods to have an abstract class. Normal methods and implementations can also be created. And then a Java abstract class is used to provide common method implementation to all the subclasses or to provide default implementation. And then classes extending an abstract class must implement all abstract methods. You can extend only one abstract class. This is the most important thing. which makes it different from interfaces, is that a class can only extend one abstract class. So here we have an abstract class. You basically say abstract class animal. You have the constructor fields which are permitted. There's a constructor, the this construct. Oh, we have another constructor, and then we have the abstract method. And then it says what is wrong with the following code. Animal equals new animal is that you can't create instances of an abstract class. So this is just wrong. You can't make objects from this. Uh, so yeah.
Hmm.
And then here we have abstract classes with constructors example. So the purpose of constructors with abstract classes is that you can initialize common fields. So um you have an int value and then you can initialize it to say 0. And then you can also perform the necessary setup. So the constructor can execute code that needs to run before any subclass specific initialization. So you can just do this before you even get here to simplify matters. Uh, so yeah, the abstract class versus interface. We have an abstract keyword, the interface keyword, obviously. And then the subclasses extend abstract class.
Hmm.
However, when you talk about interfaces, you're going to implement the interface. Um, for an abstract class, you can have implemented methods and zero or more abstract methods. For interfaces, you can have default and static methods.
Yeah.
And then for abstract classes, you can extend only one abstract class. However, for interfaces, you can implement multiple. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, and like another thing, uh, is that abstracts classes have the ability to have constructors and also fields, which interfaces can't. So yeah. Any questions?
and then we'll
Oh, yeah, we can demonstrate on like VS Code right now.
he didn't understand the animal equals new animals. Okay, wait.
It's because wait, what? Is that like a question or like something that I had an issue with?
He didn't understand. Oh, he doesn't understand why this is wrong.
Oh, because you can't create objects of an abstract class.
So you can't instantiate an abstract class.
Mhm. You can, I guess, you can extend an abstract class into like a subclass and then create an object out of that. Does that answer the question?
Oh, so what is the right way to do it? You have to create a subclass from the abstract class, and then you can instantiate the subclass, but you can't
Hmm.
directly
Yeah.
instantiate an abstract class.
Yeah, like one example
Oh,
of this is like earlier we talked like earlier this week we talked about array lists. Well, like array lists are actually just a subclass of the abstract class of lists. And and you can't like directly instantiate a list, but you can but there are like multiple subclasses like array lists, linked lists that you can instantiate. So,
oh, okay. Uh, we can do it. We can do VS Code.
yeah.
Okay, we can make an interface. We can say let's change the where's it? It changed. Okay, so here we can say
Yeah, you have to screen share.
so basically it's gonna be an arithmetic operation.
You have to screen share. We can't see your screen.
I am screen sharing.
I don't see it.
he can. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's
I'll just share my screen.
yeah.
Okay. Can you see now?
Mm, no.
Wait, leave the call and then come back.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
The public interface arithmetic operation. Um, no, we can say so. Func can be addition, subtraction, and so on. It doesn't. I'm not writing all that out, but yeah. So we can just say that func is our. We have two arguments for that, and then we can implement this by in
Mhm.
another class, and then we can say implements arithmetic operation. Oh, uh, so we can auto add the unimplemented methods. That's what it is. And then we can say return arg1 plus arg2.
Mhm. Yeah, and remember the at override annotation isn't completely necessary, but it's just a good uh, thing to keep in mind, just to make
Yeah,
sure.
it's useful when you're trying to read it and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Um, so now we can say addition add equals new addition, and then we can say add dot func. Let me see. Okay, this. Okay, we can say add dot. Then we can run. So here we get 5. So basically, we can't do this. We can't say arithmetic uh, exception operation of equals new arithmetic operation. This would be illegal as the as VS Code tells us. Okay, what else can we do? Oh, we can do enums. So we can just in this class we can say enum grade. Cool. Oh, not.
Get rid of the equals operator, the assignment
Oh,
operator. Yeah.
then we can
Yeah.
say
And
e.
remember the enums are supposed to be in streaming snake case, so just that all caps.
Okay, and then so we can just say for each not string. Actually, VS Code usually um has an option. for that. But you can just say grade, grades. Oh no, grade dot values. And then we can system out the grade. And then we got the so that's how you use enums. And you can also sys out enum dot a not enum grade dot a or something.
Hmm.
Okay, I think that's it for the slideshow.
Hmm. Yeah, so any questions, Janae? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Okay, yeah, we'll just go on to day 9, or the slides.
Okay, access modifiers for classes. We have a public modifier for the class
Yeah,
for class.
yeah, I don't see it. It's like, it's not showing up for me. The screen again. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see it, Janae? Are you sharing your screen right now, with Rick, or no?
No, I'm sharing it now.
Oh, yeah, I can't see it.
Leave and rejoin.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know why mine isn't working. It's weird. Hold on. Yeah,
Wait, you can see it?
yeah, it's good. I can see it now. Yeah, yeah, my computer's just bugging.
Okay. So this class is visible to all our classes, public class, my class. We've already seen this in our demonstrations. And then we have a default modifier, so no other access modifier is specified. Only classes in the same package can access this class, my class. And then we have non-access modifiers for classes. So this is the final modifier. This class cannot be inherited by any other class. Uh, so we say final class, my class. It's just uh, it doesn't want anything to inherit it. And then we have access modifiers for attributes, methods, and constructors. These might be more useful. Public modifier. This code can be used by all other classes. So we have public my method. And then for private modifier, this code can be used only in this class, private my method. So uh, yeah, we can demonstrate that, but it's not any more than what's written here. And then we have a default modifier, which is not we're not actually modifying anything. It says default, only accessible within the same package, which we just say my method. And we haven't talked about packages, so Uh, don't worry about that. And then we have a protected modifier. This code can be only used within the same package and within subclasses. So yeah, again, we have the protected one method. Now we have non-access modifiers for attributes, methods, and constructors. Here we have a final modifier. Uh, the can be modified or overridden, like the const keyword in other languages like JavaScript. So we have final my method, and then Uh, so yeah, you can override this or modify this at any other stage. And obviously we learned about constants where you can't modify that either. And then we have attributes methods. We have static modifiers, so we have attribute methods belonging to the class, not an instance. And then for example, there can be a method like the add AB, which performs A plus B. You would want every class to be able to access this method without need for instantiation of
Hmm.
an object. So this is what we were doing the other day when we just allowed for us to access the .add method from our addition class in the main method without instantiation of anything. So we just say static my method, static int x equals 3. For helper methods and stuff, the static modifier might be useful. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can demonstrate.
Uh, wait, well, for the, where is it? Oh, I deleted it. We can just say static int, um, let's not implement this. We can just say static int add int a int b return a plus b. So this is just a static method. And then here we can just do in our main class we can just say sys out addition add we can say two. So now we should get our two. Uh, so so we do get two. Yeah, that's what the static method is. No, not the static, the static modifier. If we say this is private, yeah, so it's not used, but this this operation would be illegal because you can access the private method from this class. It's just you can't even you're not even supposed to know that this exists. So that's just illegal to do. You know what other modifiers are there? If you just put if you just don't use a modifier, you can only if you put a class in this class, only this class can access it. So like if you say class special edition and you put it here, you can't access the special edition class from here either. It would be illegal if you did.
Mm.
So yeah, that's the default modifier. Uh, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. You can't. We already talked about finals. You just can't change them. So if you say final private int x equal, oh, you can just, well, not here. Let's not put that here. Let's say final int x equals. You can't change this and say, oh, now x equals 21 instead. That would just be illegal too. So I think that's it for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, tomorrow is the last class, and we're going to be learning about generics,
and
wild,
ternary
yeah,
operators.
ternary, yeah, and like wildcards. So, okay. Uh, any questions? Any demonstrations that you want Rithwick to do? Okay. Well, if we don't have any questions, I think we're good. Uh, Do you have anything to say real quick before we just end the call? Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it.